Parking. I've been obsessed with parking. So I feel like for the last 3 or 4 years, everyone has been figuring out how to move people around and sort of reducing the reliance on cars. Now we're going to focus on the people who still have their cars. And so there was one yesterday.
Fixed, I think it's called.
Well, Fixed is for the parking ticket.
Yeah.
That got the loudest applause,
Yes,
by the way.
definitely.
Vatler, which is doing valet as a service,
Yep.
Carbon, Spot Hero, and there's one more I can't remember. So just curious, like, why is there such an interest right now in all these parking startups getting funded?
I don't know about why right now, but obviously parking is a pain. You know, insofar as you subscribe to the general view, solve problems that people really have. Nobody likes parking. It's incredibly inefficient. It's expensive. It's time consuming. I've heard an estimate that roughly 25% of city traffic is people circling around looking for parking. So it's incredibly destructive. And it's not that difficult to figure out how to do it better. There's some things in the world that it requires an order of magnitude breakthrough to improve. This is not like healthcare. Yeah. This is like if just with a little bit more efficiency, with the right sensors in the right place, matchmaking people, using economics, it should be a lot better for everybody. So it's a logical thing. Now the smartphone, obviously, where people have location awareness, and liquidity makes things easier. The on-demand services that have proved that you can logistically run an operation in a cost-effective way, maybe clarifying thinking of entrepreneurs and helping them inspire them. So maybe coming together from that perspective. But this is the enhancement of the parking situation in America is something that will happen. It's just a question of which company does what order, which ones are more dominant and prevalent than others.
And then speaking of parking and traffic, your predictions on the impact of Levi Stadium 49ers down at, it's only going to be 8 or 10 days, and if they're lucky, maybe a few more. Do you think how do you think that's going to impact the region?
I don't know. I haven't actually been to the stadium yet. Certainly not in a high traffic environment to compare to the massive candlestick. So I think after going to a few games, hopefully I'll get to go to a few this fall. Well, I'll have an informed perspective on whether it's got worse or better.
Okay, we'll do it the next time. And so final question would be is what are you looking forward to this fall in terms of anything you see coming on the horizon, folks that maybe you met in the last 4 or 6 months who are just starting out, that you're seeing any interesting trends?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for some sleep. We were joking before we started this. August has been incredibly busy. Yeah. YC with 75 companies is a major contributor to that. But just generally, people have been doing interesting things, raising money over the summer. Mm-hmm. I suspect it will accelerate in September, which is normal. But we have a lot of things in the works as a fund and me personally that we're going to announce in September. So it's going to be a pretty busy month, but hopefully at some point we get to sleep.
Great. All right. Great to see you, Keith.
Great to see you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.